Oh boy.
Oh boy, would you look
Flavor.
at that. We're back, people. Well,
We're on
well.
It's been so
session-
long.
We are on episode 7 of our live play of Princess of the Apocalypse here. If you don't know who we are Midwest Magicians, third-party indie publishing company for D&D and soon-to-be Daggerheart. And we're just going to hop straight into it. So, last time we had some crazy stuff kind of get revealed right at the end of the session. I think I'm going to change the tone of music a little bit, set the mood.
At the mood.
Set the mood. So, okay. Essentially, the last time we were all playing, you guys got ambushed by some people from the skies. You had one person riding on a giant vulture who seemed to be the leader of the rest of these people. And he, trying to think, you guys were dealing with, the first wave of guys who came at you, and they were all in wingsuits, and they were circling the boat with crossbows, just kind of raining down on you. You guys managed to kill off most of them, and at this point, the guy in the giant vulture came down. Well, you guys, after some massive hits taken to Zudak repeatedly and to others, and some some well-timed healing potions courtesy of Terrible Monster, you guys managed to survive the fight. The knight was slain and laying on the ground, and you guys were looking over his armor and just kind of what all he had on him. You guys, upon looking him over, one thing you noticed right out of the gate was a symbol that was on his chest, or on his vest, and the captain appeared to recognize this symbol, and he seemed rather frustrated, and it essentially told you guys that he has no idea who this group is, but they've been raiding caravans and ships and barges, and they've been a real menace lately, and they just kind of came out of nowhere over the last few months. And that kind of caught your guys' attention. Without going too far into it, the symbol was familiar to some of you guys. And you guys... Ooh! Hey, we just got a subscriber. Sweet.
Hey.
Which...
What's up?
Good point on that. If we reach our subscriber goal of 20 subscribers, the party will receive another gift. When we hit 10 subscribers, they got something. When we hit 20, they will get something. And on top of that, we got tips in the description. If you look down there, you'll see that different amounts will award the party certain things. So if you want to help the party out in any way or screw me over as a DM, you can do that. So...
I
Screw him
will say,
over.
if I did not have that health potion from Terrible Monster, I would have been done.
Yeah, you would have.
I appreciate you so much, man. Shout out to you, brother.
Hey, my health potion saved Vera, so it worked
Yeah,
out
there
real
you
nice
go.
for everybody.
Yeah, she was on the verge of death, and both those came in clutch.
Thank you.
Yeah, they did.
So yeah, going back to the story, a couple of you guys, the symbol's very familiar to. Vera was gone last time, but she is here today, so I'm gonna kind of give her an opportunity at some point here if she wants to do anything with that. And on top of that, there is going to be something that I'm going to post in the Discord. So you guys found a kind of like a piece of parchment that was on the supposed leader of the group. And you saw that it had like a bunch of supplies written on it with a lot of it crossed off. And the stuff that wasn't crossed off was like those supplies were on this ship. So you guys were kind of able to piece together, okay, this must have been like a raid of some sort. They were trying to get these supplies. And you guys were looking at the bottom of the sheet where he kind of had like the roster of who he was taking with him. And you saw it titled saying initiates. You don't really know anything more about that. But I'm gonna bop into the World Lore channel here, which is on our Discord. So if anyone wants to look at that at any point, you can to keep up with it. Let me just drop this in here. Who has the sheet, by the way? Do we remember?
You.
The one from the corpses?
Yeah, the one from the leader.
Oh, yeah. I was the one that grabbed it, I think.
So, several of the names were kind of smudged or just kind of like hard to read. But you do manage to find like one name that's a bit more clearly written. And it says Karjan. It is then underlined, and there's a notation coming off of it saying unfit for this mission.
Hey, Carjo, is this your brother?
Joe is looking through his notes.
Must remember my backstory.
Do you want me to pull you into a secret chat and remind you?
Ain't no fucking way, Chad.
Let's go. Backstory lore.
Yeah,
Sensation.
backstory fully loaded.
Brother. Let's go.
No, it's not my brother. Carjo's gonna walk over, grab the note. He's gonna look at it. And just kind of under his breath, he's gonna say, "My son."
That was close.
And kind of look around for the captain again.
Uh,
What does this mean?
You're asking the captain this? Or
He
just
might know
you
more
talking
than
to me?
anybody.
So he kind of looks at the sheet and he's like, "You mean like these names down here at the bottom?
This one, and I point to Karjan's name.
What does it mean?" I mean, I certainly don't know very many dialects, so I don't know if that name has any actual meaning behind it. But to me, I guess kind of looking at this, it seems like he was assigned to this mission, but perhaps the leader, because the handwriting's different here, and he points to the additional notation on the name, and it's like looks like he must have ruled him out and saying, it says unfit for mission, so I'm guessing like, maybe he was supposed to come on this mission, but for whatever reason, the leader didn't think he was suitable for it.
Have we kind of established where this group would operate out of by any chance?
Are you asking the DM or are you asking like the captain?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm asking you.
You guys know nothing. This is the first time any of you have ever come across this group, and the only information you know about them is the information in front of you.
Carjo's gonna hand the note back to whoever had it before and just kind of walk off, just replaying what was written down on the sheet over and over and over again in his head. And kind of look out to the water and just kind of silently hope that his son wasn't in that group of people that they just killed.
Would the rest of us have heard him say that, or some of us, or?
He said it quietly. He didn't say like he definitely said it, but not like he's not yelling it.
Do you think he was trying to keep it to himself as he said it, or was it
No.
more okay?
No, it was more of just like a disbelief, like
Yeah,
I
I would
you
say
mutter like "what the fuck" under your breath.
yeah, sure. So I would say everyone. Well, are you guys all kind of standing where you are on the map currently, or would this be?
Well, I
No, I
handed
would have
him-
went up and we would have had to have been close for me to exchange a note.
So I would say that everyone but Pyrite would have heard this.
Guess she's still driving.
Still
the
steering the barge. Which at that point, one of the crew members, you would have seen the captain like motion the crew member over to you, like, and he's just like, I can take over if you want. If you want to get back to your friends, I appreciate you keeping us on course.
I mean, as long as you promise not to crash the boat, I'll hand it over.
Well, I mean, this isn't my first time steering. It's just hopefully no more people from the skies come flying out with crossbows.
Well, if I end up in the water, I'll know who to blame.
He's like, oh boy. See him start sweating a little bit.
She does not like water. Like it's one thing if you're taking a bath, it's another thing just be thrown in a giant body of water.
Reader is gonna ask Carjo. He thinks that, like, basically confirming that he heard that correctly. You think this is your son, or
That's my son's name.
is he a problem child to be joining a bandit crew?
I honestly don't know him that well. I don't know him at all, actually. The last time I saw him was in I saw him in the market in the Red Larch market with a woman that I had spent some time with. I mean, the kid looks just like me, even when he was young.
How long ago was the last time you saw him?
That would be a question for the DM.
Well,
Who is this DM you speak of?
Yeah.
you see the clouds kind of part and this face just pokes through with a beard and
The gods speak to us!
All I can think of is Monty Python. When the cloud parts and God's talking.
Yeah, literally. No, I would say that, like, it was probably a little close to like a year ago when that moment occurred, Carjo.
Would he even be old enough?
Wow.
Lily's like, oh wait, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess. Here, how do we? Did you tell me his age when you found him? I guess I'm drawing a blank on that.
I kind of pictured him as like a little kid.
Oh, okay. So then, what I would say is that it's been quite a few years since then, and he's like early teens.
Okay. Let's make a note of that real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I guess going back to the question, no, it's been quite a few years, probably a little over a decade since I've seen him.
How
I don't
old
know
would
what
that?
type of... Huh?
How old would that put him now?
Early teenager, right about the time he turned into a shithead.
Lily, being the
Did-
impulsive child she is, asks, well, why'd you leave him?
Oof.
Karja's gonna kind of look down at her or I guess look over at her because they're about the same height. I didn't know he existed until I saw him with his mother at the market and she made it very plain that I was to stay away.
Oh, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
Shall
Yeah.
we kill her?
This whole time, Rouge's mouth just rocked when she asked it.
It's like when your kid asks a stranger a super personal question at like the store or something, or like
You're
crawls
like,
under the
"It's
bathroom
why?"
stall and stares at him.
And it's that first, like, 5 seconds of processing. Just, you just ask.
Well, Mom doesn't seem like she's in the picture anymore if he's hanging out with these doofuses that suck. So should we go get him?
He's gonna look around. He's gonna look around for pyrite. Did any of those flying guys seem to have a tail? Do you recall?
Are you asking if it was another Tabaxi like us?
Potentially.
I didn't see anybody like that or really like catch a Tabaxi scent.
I would assume he was
Um,
not part of the group that immediately attacked us. It says unfit for service, meaning he is probably too young or some other issue. He was not able to fly.
Yeah,
His
but
son.
you know how kids get. Alright, yeah. I guess that's the first thing that Karjo is gonna do is go when they land is try to go find Karjan. I guess that's gonna be my goal. Or to find out where this group headquarters.
I think Pirate will chirp up and offer to go with him. She feels a little bit of sympathy, if you can call that for what she feels, since she's also looking for someone to understand how much that sucks. But is not gonna really voice the reason why, but just offers to help him look when they get where they're going.
I mean, Lily is very much ready to go and help because family is everything.
If you promise to let me kill some people, I will join you as well.
You can kill
I mean,
someone.
to be
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, there's probably more of these other cult guys getting initiates, so they'll probably have to die anyways.
Yes. I'm just eating the giant vulture.
Just we gotta avoid furry ones that look like Karjo.
Yeah.
I like spend a lot of time analyzing what you look like.
Carjo
Revenant.
friend,
And
not
pyrite.
food.
And pyrite.
There's
2 cats.
There's probably not a lot of us over there, but I think you'll be okay. Just look for a cat.
Wait, can I kill all cats or kill no cats?
No cats.
No
Pet
cats.
cats.
Pet
Not
kitty.
until we find at least the one that looks like me, and then we'll worry about the other
Then I
one.
can kill every cat.
Maybe.
Zudak? Zudak. No
Yes.
cats until we update you. No cats
What does
until we
update
you.
mean?
Just
No cats
all,
until
like,
you get the thumbs up. You know what a thumbs up is? And Carter's gonna pull out
Yes.
a pod with like a very bad thumbs up because of the way his paw is.
Wait, so now I can kill cats because you gave me the thumbs up.
That's the signal that you're looking for.
Starting
get it yet.
now. Starting now.
And I'm gonna
when we
stu-
give you
and I'm
that
gonna
symbol.
stuff the I'm gonna stuff the thumbs up back in my pocket and then bring my hand back out and open it up normal. No
What?
thumbs up.
Are you a wizard?
Pyrite just
That's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Pyrite turns away, just or like face palms. I cannot believe we're working with this idiot.
Oh my god.
Fraser's gonna look at Lily and be like, Please don't turn into him.
Oh, she's already like trying to do what Carjo did and like putting her finger in her pocket and pulling it out like. Yeah. No.
I never intended to be a father, but I feel like I'm failing.
I think I'm failing.
The kid's half
You say
alive.
that-
That's
shit.
kid's alive. That's half the battle.
Oh my
Fair.
god. God dang.
Shit. Okay.
Alright, now they derailed that enough.
No, that was good. Some good roleplay. I thoroughly enjoyed
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah, so like kind of as the news.
I'm crying.
Oh, I am too.
God.
That was too good.
Are you a wizard?
I got hot. Hold on.
I got hot. Take off my sweatshirt.
You laughed
Oh
too
my
hard.
Oh man. All right, yeah. So I would say, as this news kind of settles into you guys, and you know, anxiety starts to rise, and a lot of questions within each of you starts to kind of bubble up within your minds. The captain comes over and he's like, "Well, we should be to the inn that we're trying to get to by the end of the day here today. Just a handful of more hours on the river and we'll be there in no time. But just wanted to let you guys know." And then he goes to walk away if none of you say anything. He then treks all the way back, takes control over the wheel again. Where is he? And you guys kind of go about the rest of your time on the ship. Is there anything you guys are wanting to do while you just have this downtime on the ship before you reach your location? I'd say you got about 4 hours.
Sorry, Chris, can I go quick? I feel like mine will be quick.
Absolutely.
Me and I think we talked about it last session, but Lily and I were gonna cook up the vulture. Do we need to make any checks for that, or?
No, I would say you guys managed to. Now, just for the fun of it, I would say one of you roll, and you'll have advantage because you're like both helping each other.
Oh, so one of us rolls with an advantage?
Because you're both cooking, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we rolling though?
Survival.
How's your survival?
I got so +2.
Mine too.
So you go for it.
Oh, sure. All right. Cool.
I'll do.
Yeah.
She is a child, so she is just basically helping you cook.
All right. This is the meat that you want. All right. 12.
12. Yeah, I would say with the 12, it's not the cleanest cuts. A lot of it's just you grabbing and tearing the meat off this thing and sticking it on like some sticks and just shoving it over like the fire and just roasting it.
Just like the elk tribe.
Yeah, and I would say, did I thought I had you guys roll for how many like rations you got out of it, didn't I?
Yeah, you said 15.
Yeah, we took care of that already.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I guess is there anything anyone else wants to do?
I mean, we just took a short rest.
Right.
You said we had time for that, so that
Yep.
was the only thing we did while we were waiting to get where
Yeah.
we're going.
Yeah,
Train, like medicine.
I want a revenant. He wants to do some target practice.
Very good. Okay.
With coconut.
Yeah. I should ask, are
Like-
you guys able to hear Megan just fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted
I
to make
didn't
sure.
hear what Megan said.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure because with my headset on, it's hard to tell if I can hear her or not. But yeah, so she just asked if she could train for medicine, prior to what you had said there, Revenant. So I'm gonna have her roll for that. Essentially, we're gonna do some of the training rules that's found on the Discord, and we're gonna go from there. So if you're doing a medicine is what? Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. What is your wisdom modifier?
Bad. It's -2.
-2?
I feel like I should.
I mean, you can do it. You're just gonna start with the highest
Might
die.
get
That's
20.
okay.
That's okay?
That's okay.
Alright, so give me a D. Essentially, how this system works, depending on what your modifier is, the higher the modifier, the better start you have to your training. She has pretty much as worst as it can get, so she's going to start with a D20, and she needs to roll a 1 on the D20 to move down to a D12, then a D8, and so on and so forth.
Where do I roll the
Oh,
dice
you-
on here again?
That one.
Bottom left corner. It's kind of covered up by your pens.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay. Cool, D20.
I'm going to die if you get a 1 right out of the
If I
rip.
did, that would make me really happy.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Oh,
14.
14.
Now that means
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
there's
get
a
an
one
at
in
1
there.
when I don't want it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Oh.
gonna. Cool.
So, you see Vera, attempting to like suture some of her wounds on during the short rest, and it looks like she's intentionally practicing trying to get better at it, but she's honestly just making her wounds worse. Her arm's just like covered in blood, and the stitches are just horrible.
I
In
had
the
a
future, are we able to help each other on those?
Only if you're already proficient in it.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If you're taking a short rest to like heal and stuff, you don't do training as well, correct?
I like, since this is a 4-hour gap, like if you're doing a short rest specifically and that's it, no, you couldn't do training. But if you're doing like a long rest, you have to like 2 hours you're awake, and then like in this scenario, you're just gonna be on the river for the next 4 hours, so you could do it, even though you took a short rest, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Your downtime is long enough where you could do both.
Okay. And then second thing, everybody gets 2 rations from the vulture. By the way, I split the rations up between everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So does anyone else
You
do anything?
are.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I was just gonna roleplay real quick and
Yeah.
say, slap Lily on the back and say, "You are a fine sous chef."
Yeah. Can I be a part of the cooking tribe? Because she
Say
does
what?
not understand. You said the meat of the tribe or whatever, and I asked if I could be a part of your cooking tribe because she thinks it's the cooking tribe.
I grab her by the shoulders. Do you wish to be part of the elk tribe?
You gotta ask for Richard, but maybe.
You don't need to ask him. No. He
Uh,
said that. He said we're cool, and if you really wanted to do it, it's good.
did he really say that's okay?
Yeah.
I would say if you want to like do a
I
dice
will
roll for
100
this,
I'll make a deception check for sure.
yeah, I was like, go ahead and roll insight, Lily, and have him do deception to see like how well you're able to tell if he's lying.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh my god.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
10.
You can tell
He's lying through his teeth.
yeah.
She knows Razor too well to believe you.
Me and Richard are best pals.
That was
gonna
a lie.
walk
That
over
was
to
what got her.
Reed real quick.
She's like,
Arjun's
well, can I be a
He's
part of
gonna
like
kinda,
more than one tribe?
Blood.
Freaking
I'll
anime
have-
nosebleed.
Yeah.
Can I
I
like
think-
part your tribe?
Look, I'm looking to add members to it, so like I need full commitment. So, not really interested in this like, hop whatever you want kind of thing.
I rolled in out. Are we? Aren't we?
Yeah, I don't like dancing around in that kind of, tribe ship,
Oh, maybe sometime, but I can't commit quite yet. And she like look, but can we still be friends? Like big puppy dog eyes.
She goes full chibi form.
I place my hand in the blood of the vulture and say, "You are now my blood sister," and I mark your face, one down your forehead, one on your cheek, and one here. Whether we are part of the same tribe or not, we are honorary battle blood siblings.
Yeah. And then she grabs just like the same thing to you with the blood, like very poorly done.
I'm just
but
picturing
she tried.
like
You just
Reacher, like
see
across the
Harry
room.
Potter.
I'm just picturing him seeing like Lily and Zudak just like rubbing an unidentified substance on each other.
Gosh.
Simba.
Cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
You guys kind of look.
Revenant.
The scene kind of pans over to Revenant, where you see him like setting up some coconuts on the railing, and he's doing some target practice. Is there something specifically you're trying to do with your target practice, like mechanically? Just out of curiosity.
Yes. So I don't just want to shoot coconuts.
Okay.
I want to kill something.
Oh, I got you. Let's say this. Roll me. Here, I'm gonna roll some. Wow, I just burned my nat 20 for the night. Yeah, you see 3 like seagulls flying around high above you. Within range.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna shoot a moving target, so to speak.
Okay. Go ahead and make some attack rolls. See if you can land these hits.
Is a 23 hit?
Yes, that does hit.
Hell yeah.
No, the seagull has AC of 25.
Yeah. It's very
Wearing-
dexterous.
It's a 6. It's
You,
a D10 plus 2.
I'll let you describe. Do you want to describe or you want me to?
Yeah. Excuse me one moment. I need to cough up. Okay. Yeah. So while Zudak and Lily are face painting or whatever they're doing, Revenant has been sitting on the stairs this whole time, just kind of looking down at his gun, and all of a sudden he looks up and he sees these seagulls up overhead, and he just goes, "Ah, that'll do." So then he stands up and he goes over to the side of the boat, and I'm just adding this in for flavor. He already has his gun's already loaded, but he's gonna load his gun. So the barrels, the three barreled gun kind of spreads open like this, and all the barrels start rotating, and you see this black and red smoke come from his hand, and then all the barrels lock back together, and then he kind of like the boat's going like this, right? So you see him like take aim, and then he shoots, and you just see a big puff of white feathers like this. And then out of this puff of feathers, you see this shimmery silver something come out of the seagull, and it comes down to the boat, and it looks as though the gun absorbs whatever that was.
Hell yeah.
And then he goes back and sits back down on the stairs, but this time he puts his gun away.
Way too cool.
Sweet. Yeah, that was epic. Yeah, if anyone has anything else, now would be the time. Otherwise, we're gonna move on.
I would like to train with some carver's tools. Train my wood carving ability.
Do you have the
You put him in the chat.
ability that's required?
What do you mean?
It says like what ability is associated with it.
Oh, dexterity.
Okay, so I need just a. What's your dexterity modifier? Super
Plus
high.
5.
Yeah. So
That's
believe
why I
you
picked-
start with the plus. So you get to start with the D4, and you just got to roll one.
We're hoping for yesterday.
Where
Yeah, I
you,
was going to say, if you get a 1 like you did yesterday, I'm just gonna
quit.
I'm gonna quit. Yeah.
Just drops out of campaign.
Yeah.
You got the exact opposite. You kind of sit there and mingle with some just trying to get better utilizing tools for wood carving, and you go to just carve like a little teeny figurine, and you end up just like sawing it in half. You just disappointment washes over you.
Get distracted by Zudak and Lily face painting with blood while I'm trying to carve this.
And then right as you're about to do the final touch, you hear the from the pistol, and it like makes you jump, and you just slice it in half. Perfect. All right.
And then Mary wanted to do something as well.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to practice with carpenter's tools.
Sure. Those I imagine are dexterity as well. Strength.
No, they're strength.
So what's your strength modifier?
3.
3.
3. So D4, D6. You do start with a D8.
8.
Exactly opposite.
What did you get? Oh, an
8.
8. Yeah, you all are just eagerly working away with the spare time that you have, just failing pretty badly. By the time you guys arrive at your destination, there's just like this tension in the air because you're all just doing so poorly with your training.
Yes. Zudak's feeling great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Judak's, I'm covered in blood. I made friends. Today's a good day.
Vera's
I mean,
still
even
bleeding
though I'm
somewhere.
failing, I'm probably enjoying just hitting shit.
Okay. So, you guys have been on the barge for quite a few hours now. You spent the whole day kind of traveling down this river, and I will switch over to the main map of the valley.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys have traveled, let's see, all the way down this river, and you've now gone under this last bridge here, and you have kind of came up to the shoreline here. There's really no dock or anything, and you see them kind of tossing anchor over the side to kind of help the barge not to flow away, and the captain turns to you all. He's like, Okru, I just want to say once more that I'm forever in your debt for you guys saving our ship, and not only the ship, but also one of my crew members as well. And all of our supplies are intact, other than some coconuts, but I think we can spare those. But you can just tell he's extremely grateful for everything you guys have done. And he tells you guys, he's like, when we make the trip back up the river, I'll be sure to report this to the faction to let them know what you've done to here today.
Before the captain even started speaking, as soon as we docked, Pirate was off the boat. Waiting on the dock for everybody else, was not even gonna wait and listen.
Understandable.
This sense of relief just washes over you as your paws dig into actual dirt and soil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are heading to, you gotta make your way over to Barge Right In. It's pretty close by. Let me just look at my scale here. If there is one. 4 miles. Yeah, you guys maybe got walk a mile or two to get over to it, but it's a pretty easy trek to get there. So let me swap over the map. Okay.
New map. Who did?
Sick map.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Weird.
pull open my notes. Beautiful. All right. You guys are walking up to this point of interest, and as you're approaching it, you can see kind of the whole area. It's a little bit in the evening. The sun's starting to set, and just this warm golden glow kind of dances over the grasslands. It's pretty much all lush grass surrounding this place, but this entire place is built up on an earthen mound. It's pretty large in size, much larger than just a basic inn. And you immediately notice that on the lower portion of this place, it's got a giant outer wall wrapping around it. And then there's another wall on the inside, on the upper part of the hill, that seems to be another layer of protection for the main part of this establishment. You guys kind of approach, let's see, this location here, Z1, recognizing that this is going to be your entrance. And you can see that this outer gate is the first checkpoint into Barge Raiden's fortified perimeter, flanked by squat wooden towers and manned at all hours by weathered gate guards. The gate is sealed shut each night with heavy iron bars and rusted chains, and you guys can see that the crew is in the process of getting this ready to go to secure the place for the evening. You can see that some wagons and travelers have all, at this point in the day, made their way in, but you can see there's kind of a long queue of them to get situated within each of the parts of the locale here. And then let's see. Yeah, so you guys kind of approach the gate, and there's a couple guards outside, and one of them just holds a spear out in front, not to like point at you as a threatening way. He's just like, all right, state your business.
We're looking for a place to stay.
You're just looking for a place to stay, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just finished a job helping getting goods delivered on a boat out there. We would like to rest for the night.
Ah, from our last shipment, I presume, that's finally arrived?
Yeah.
Did you guys run into any issues along the way, or was it pretty smooth?
Nah, it was pretty smooth.
Give me a deception roll.
14.
He looks at you and he's like, "Oh man, like, I'm really glad to hear that. We've been having so many issues lately with our shipments, so I'm just glad that everything went well for you guys."
Yeah.
All
There are
right,
giant vulture feathers just sticking out of people's packs and shit.
Yeah. He's definitely like looking at you guys out of concern, but you can kind of tell that these guys, every single one of them that you're looking at, are very just rough and rugged looking, and just kind of got like resting bitch faces on every single one of them. And he's like, all right, well, I guess let's feel free to go in. And he kind of like opens the gates and you guys step inside. Immediately you notice that the entire surrounding area of this lower portion and this space in between the walls is just muddy. It's mucky. There's hardly any plant life whatsoever. If there is, it's just like barely hanging on to life. Off to your sides, you can see that there's like multiple paddocks where people would bring their horses and stuff for the evening and just let them sleep for the night. Immediately in front of you, you can see kind of a bunch of market stalls just set up kind of not very well, but enough to just keep the rain off their goods and stuff. And then further up the hill from you guys would be the inner gate to this location.
Oh, let's keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Sure. You guys walk up to the inner gate, and you can see that this gate is much heavier and much more guarded than the outer entrance. The inner gate divides the outer commons from the heart of Barge Right In. Built from reinforced timber and bolted with iron plating, it only opens during the daylight hours, and under the gaze of, as you look up, you can see, let's see. You can see a female human who just looks completely battle scarred, just looks hardcore. She's got a hard set of armor on her, carrying a massive weapon, and she is just eyeing you guys down as you walk in.
Reassured will wave at her.
You just kind of see her just look at you and then just like spit on the ground and then like look back at you.
Oh.
He'll just wave again and keep walking.
As you guys
Lily,
go to... Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, because she spat at Regard, she spat on the ground next to her. As Regard's waving, Lily spits on the ground, like, with the grouchy, like, me.
You see her, this woman, kind of lean over to one of the other guards there and just mumble something and like shake her head in frustration. As you guys walk through, would you guys be bearing the symbol of the Zentarum faction, or would you kind of be keeping that to yourselves?
Probably be wearing mine.
You know that this
Yeah,
is like the local headquarters for your faction.
Yeah,
Right.
we definitely would be hiding it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see them recognize that on you, and they're like, "Ah, fellow brethren, come on in." And they just open the gate without any hesitancy. Kind of your whole time that you are walking through this place, everyone is just eyeing you up. You can't tell if they're looking at you guys. You can't tell if they're looking at the feathers that look ridiculous on you. And you kind of get the feeling that some of them are just strictly looking at what wares are you carrying.
Like Ajit have many wares.
I pat
You're gonna
my
take...
I pat my coin purse, staring them down, and like do
The
it.
exact opposite of what I was
Wow.
going to
Oh, I'm egging them on.
I was going to jokingly say Reasard puts his coin purse in his prison purse.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, whatever.
In front of everybody, just
Not seriously. That's why
Jokingly.
Yeah. As you go to do this, Dudek, you see a group of guys. One dwarven, one kind of more muscular, like Goliath guy. And they're all just like specifically looking at you as you're patting their coin pouch, egging them on. You guys continue sloshing through the mud, kind of through this area, and up in front of you, kind of right where these like two tower things are here. You can tell that this is like the main local place that you guys are more than likely trying to get to. It stands like a squat stone sentinel at the heart of Barge Right In. Its fortress-like walls are stark contrast to the ramshackle sprawl surrounding it. Looking at it, you can just see it's got thick stone walls. And do you guys enter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Arjo
so.
will.
Yeah. The moment
I don't see.
I would say the moment you guys enter in, one of the first things you notice is it sounds like all the sounds other than from the doorway are completely muffled from the outside environment. You can just tell that these walls are thick and almost built to keep out or keep in whatever conversations take place. Let's see. As you guys enter in, you can see. Let me see what description of this person here. Hold up. You see a male half elf standing at kind of like the check-in area of this inn, bearing the same armor as you guys. He's got the Zentarum patch on him, and as he looks over to you guys, he can see that you guys seem very out of place, and he motions you guys over to him.
I'll proceed over there.
Yeah, I guess we walk over to the little guy.
Okay. All right. As you guys walk over to him, he looks to you all, looks to the feathers, looks down at Lily, and immediately has concern, feeling like, why the hell did they bring a child with them? And
as he looks at Lily, she is crawling up Richard's shoulder immediately because she's uncomfortable.
yeah, and all throughout this building as well, there's guys sitting at tables, and the whole room goes silent as they like all watch you, like you're walking into a small town bar, and it's just all the locals there. But again, they're eyeing you up, they're eyeing your stuff up. It's a very uncomfortable situation.
Can I be like a guard dog, Chad, and just keep an eye out, and anyone makes a move on me or any of my pals, jump them?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Carjo's kind of feeling the same way.
Okay.
Feyre is
Yeah,
too.
Revenant would be the same.
We're all just watching.
We're all having a conversation with this half elf with our back to him.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you saying? Yeah.
Looking and seeing that a lot of you have kind of turned your backs to just kind of cross your arms and stare at the rest of the people in the bar. As you do it, you see a lot of them kind of return to their meals and their ale, and the music kind of starts up again, but all the conversations in there become a lot more muttered and just a lot more muffled. And the half elf approaches, looking at Richard as kind of the biggest guy in the group. He just assumes you're the leader. He's like, "Yes, are you guys with the recent shipment that came down from Yatar?"
Yes, that is us.
Okay. How did everything go? Fine? Did you have any issues along the way?
Many dead and a few crew lost.
Pyrite pulls out a feather and just lays it in front of him. Like, giving him a look like, what do you think?
The moment you show him the feather, he slams his fist on the counter, kind of bouncing some of the mugs, tipping one over, and ale spills everywhere, and guy's like, "What the hell?" And he goes to like yell at the innkeeper, but you see him just eye him down, and that guy immediately like just backs off. And he looks back at you, grabs the feather quite aggressively, and just stares at it for a moment, studying it. And you see him just shake his head in frustration. He then turns to you, Pyrite, and goes, "We have been having so many issues with all sorts of things, but looking at the feather, I can tell you this was from a giant vulture, right? And someone was riding on it."
I can tell you he's not riding on vulture anymore.
And the vulture was tasty.
You see him kind of smirk for the first time during this whole conversation. And he's like, "Well, it certainly was deserved. Those motherfuckers have been decimating our supply runs, our shipments from one place to the other, and we've barely been able to keep this place up and running with what limited supplies we have left." And he's like, "Hell, last month we had to ration stuff just to make it by."
Do you happen to know if these motherfuckers, as you said, have a group name? Like a little clan or cult or I don't know, association they call themselves?
He turns to you and he's like, we don't know hardly anything about these people. Essentially, that group, along with others, have just recently, within the past, I don't know, 6 months to a year, it's hard to keep track these days, but they just kind of came out of nowhere. We have no idea who they are. The only thing we know is, you know, he turns to the feather, he's like, this group, they all have the same symbol on them, and that's about, between that and their aesthetic, is about the only way we know that they're an organized group of some sort.
Pyrite just kind of takes in the information and then picks up the feather and tucks it back in her shield.
Okay. He then looks to you guys and he's like, look, I'm not going to waste your guys' time here. We've asked the headquarters in Yatar to send more people to help us deal with this growing threat. We specifically need you guys to assist in any way possible to maintain trade and flow throughout the region by whatever means that is. We can't keep going on like this. I know the town Red Lark nearby is also struggling because of it. But the most important thing we brought you guys here for is for the missing delegation of dwarves.
This sounds familiar.
Well, good. Did they tell you much about it prior to arriving here, or?
Are you referring to the
No.
bridge?
Sounds familiar, but no. What'd you say?
Oh, I didn't know if he was thinking of like the bridge when we were talking about the bridge.
I thought I remember something about a dwarven delegation being mentioned, but
I just remember them building a bridge.
Well, that means the guys up there are doing their jobs then. We try not to disclose more information than we need, just on the off chance you guys get captured and tortured and questioned and maybe killed for this information. So here's the long and short of it. Essentially, this group went missing 10 days ago, which, if those newer to D&D, 10 days is a time frame referred to as literally 10 days. So they went missing about 20 days ago. They were traveling 10 days. 10 days. Can you do that math there, tall guy? Or is that beyond your comprehension?
Pyro looks over. So Pyro looks over at Zudak and seeing if his nosebleed is happening again. All his brain.
He looks back and he says, essentially, this group was traveling overland from the city of Mirabar to Waterdeep. The delegation, we heard, stopped in the tiny village of Beliard, and some of the members there mentioned that the delegation's intent was to visit some sacred dwarven sites before continuing on to Golden Fields. They were last seen at the west end of the stone bridge as they turned south to proceed overland through the heart of the Somber Hills. It's now been almost a month, and they've never showed up at the Golden Fields or any other outposts, and everyone's pretty concerned that they just vanished. And
We're probably dead.
he looks to you and he's like, well, you're gonna figure that out for us. We need to handle this as quickly as we can to maintain our ties in the region. Some people are rumoring that perhaps we are responsible for the missing delegation, of which I can assure you we are not. We would have no reason to break our ties with this region, as they provide us with a lot of necessities.
I have 2 out of character questions, quick.
Sure.
One, were we promised a reward for bringing the boat down safely? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, so I'm gonna check my
I think
I feel like
notes.
we were
job.
offered. So I thought we were offered some gold. I just don't remember 100%.
I mean, probably it's a job.
Unless it was in turn for passage.
If not, we're going back to collect.
Oh,
Stick Zudak on him.
okay. Let me. No. There wasn't anything. Well, I'm trying to remember if you guys bargained for more gold. That's the part I don't remember.
I don't think we
1,000
did.
gold sounds good.
So I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't have anything, any records of anything. So, no.
We didn't
You
bargain.
guys. Your guys' goal is to try and gain favor with the Zentaran faction, essentially, because you all have your own personal goals that you're trying to achieve, and you know that this faction can get you what you want if you can just get on their good side. They have a lot of pull, a lot of influence in this region, and you're essentially trying to gain favor with them. And so they sent you on this mission after the success of your guys' hostage situation that you were able to safely handle with Lady Briar, knowing and having confidence that you guys can handle this issue.
So we did not have a correct then.
No, they're essentially, you guys weren't promised anything until the delegation was found, and you guys dealt
Okay.
with the issues that have been going on down in this region.
Okay, so it's basically completing we're talking about with this guy now.
Yeah.
Cool. That kind of answered my other question.
Sure. He turns to you guys, and he's like, if you guys don't have any further questions, I can go grab something quick for us to keep in touch.
That would be good.
He
We'll
nods. Oh, sorry.
We'll have more questions on where we should start looking and whatnot before we leave.
Yeah, I mean, I can answer that now. You guys are gonna want to go to Red Lark. Here, I'm just gonna pull up the map for you guys quick, just so you can kind of get some ideas of these locations I'm naming off.
See it.
Yes. So, he tells you guys that he's like, you guys are gonna want to head to Red Lark. They're gonna have the most information. It's one of the largest areas of commerce in this area, and boy, oh boy, do people like to talk there. But only if you can gain their favor. Recently, with everything that's been going on, trust is a hard thing to come by these days, especially with the locals and their local leaders. So you may have to pull some favors for them before they'll give you any information.
Awesome.
Can they provide us a cart since we're doing this job for them?
Can Red Lark provide you guys with this?
The people that we're talking to, since we're doing the job
Oh,
faction, can the faction provide us a cart to get to our destination quicker?
he kind of looks to you guys and he's like, we have some we could give. We don't really have much to spare.
We'd make it like worth your time. Like we're doing a big job. Like, could you just lend us one?
Give me a persuasion check. Which, by the way, if anyone can cast like guidance or anything like that, like this would be like a time. You
I
can do
got
stuff
a
like that.
9.
A 9. He
Why?
he turns to you and he's like, "I don't think we can do it. It's just we're already struggling as it is, and if we give out all of our stuff, we're gonna be in a bad spot, and we cannot lose this location."
One
Round of
cart
ale
is all you
for our
have?
troubles.
That's about all we. That we only have like an quote unquote extra cart, but we've been needing it a lot lately.
What about horses? Mules? Frickin', I don't know. Look around at the landscape around. You got any fucking mammoths or something we can ride?
He kind of senses your attitude with him, and you immediately see him start to become a bit more reserved towards you. He's like, "I tell you what, if you can spare some coin, I'm sure we can get you a mule. That'll at least carry some of the supplies."
How much are you asking?
I would say about 20 gold.
Yeah, bullshit. A mule's not worth 20 gold.
How about 10?
How about 5?
I would say, give me either a persuasion or intimidation check. I'll let you guys choose who does it, and it's with advantage because you're both kind of going in at this.
I'm going for 5 on intimidation, Cassie.
What do you got for intimidation?
+3.
Okay, that's the same as my persuasion. So go for it.
Nope, I'm rolling it.
With advantage.
Fuck you.
Boo.
13.
He
That would have been
looks to
so
you.
cool if that was an 18.
All you needed was a 10.
Hey.
He looks to you, and he's like, "We can make that work." And he sticks out his hand for 10 gold.
I said 5, and I hand him 5.
Breeder has the party funds.
That's fine.
Dude, how much do we have to party?
So,
Do you have the?
Keeping tab.
I thought we had 10.
Did I write it down? Oh no.
look at it.
Oh yeah, we had 80 gold. How did we split that? We had 80 gold
Evenly?
to start with. So we have 7 people. So we would have had 10 gold. I think.
We had 10
That
gold
makes
and the party fund then. Yeah, because we
Hey.
had 10 each.
I said I was rolling that intimidation for 5 gold, and I
And Pirate said 10.
paid him.
I said 10 and then he said 5.
Yeah. He eyes at you. He's like, "It's not worth my trouble," and he takes the 5.
Do you have that
Don't worry
written
about the
down
party fund.
somewhere?
Don't worry
I'll
about the
take it out.
party fund. I took that.
What?
I
said,
took
is
the
Alex,
5
do you
gold.
have-
Go ahead.
Alec, do you have a note for the party gold, or do you want me to put it in something?
I can
We don't have
put
to
one. Luke, I thought was doing it, but I can do it.
The party
we said-
funds.
Yeah.
We said you had the party funds, my dude. Because you were responsible.
Yeah, they
Me?
trusted you. No, Richard.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
yeah,
God, because my character's not.
I was gonna say it was my character, but I thought Luke said
Yeah, then no.
So
person.
what I recorded was 80 gold, 5 silver pieces, 4 copper pieces, 4 arrows, and 1 torch, and that is what we received as a reward from
Yeah.
later Briar.
Yeah.
Hey,
That would have been 10 to the party
Yeah.
fund.
It'd have been the 10 gold, the 5 silver, and the 4 copper, because we didn't know how to split the smaller stuff evenly.
Yep.
all right, well I got it checked out now.
Okay.
All right.
And
Hey.
Carjo,
that
were you saying something?
Yeah, I already handed him the 5 gold.
Okay.
Because he pissed me off.
He
Just wanted to get the mule.
before he walks off, I got another question.
Yeah, go for it.
Is there
I mean, clearly this place is not doing well, but is there anywhere for supplies or magic items here?
Magic items are a bit more hard to come by. If you're gonna find magic items, it's gonna be through a merchant traveling through town. But supplies, yes, you can find weapons. You can find basic gear. Some of the more specialized weapons and gear might not be available, but I'm sure if you paid them well enough, they could probably craft it for you with enough time. They got some rather skilled artisans over there.
And you said this guy's a halfling?
Half elf.
Oh, half elf. Okay. Never mind. Thank you.
You're good. You're good. Okay. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me 1 second here. 1836. Okay. He then looks at you guys and says, if you don't have any more questions, I'll be right back. And he walks into the back room and he comes out with some sending stones. He holds them up and he's like, I'm going to give you guys one of these so we can stay in touch. You guys can keep us updated with things that you just find or discover. Or, if you need help and we can spare the help, we might be able to reinforce you in times of need. But otherwise, the most important thing is you do not lose this, because we need to be able to stay in touch. With everything that's going on, if something's going wrong here, we might have to call upon you to help us out.
Okay. Reaser, you taking it?
Yeah. I can grab this stone. I don't know. Is it just one that he's giving us?
Just one, because he's going to keep the other one.
Okay. And yeah, I can grab that and I'll put that in the good old inventoria.
He looks to you guys, by the way, and he's like, I haven't said this yet, but my name is Nalisker Thieland. And you guys can kind of get the sense that he's kind of like the head guy for this location.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to say that again.
Yeah.
That's not a...
I'm gonna send it in the adventuring chat.
Oh.
Messaging. Okay. He looks to you guys and he's like, alright, it's gonna be about a 3-day travel to get to where you are going. I recommend just taking the Cairn Road. It's just, you can see it leading right past this location. You went under its bridge to dock the barge. And that will take you, just head northwest on it, and it'll take you straight to Red Lark.
All right. Let's go get some supplies for this. Never mind.
Would we know if any particular languages are spoken in Red Lark?
I would say you guys know, I mean, obviously Common is there, but it's going to be more of like some of the like other common languages such as Dwarven, Elven, and there's going to be some select individuals who know more beyond that due to like the merchants coming through the area, but it's most of just like your basic languages.
Cool.
Okay.
Off to get supplies.
It is almost nighttime, so do you guys stay the night?
Yeah.
I would like the long rest.
Okay.
I think that would be in order. And we need supplies, and they're probably not going to be available in the evening.
Yeah, you can already see that, like, whatever, like, markets that were open are now all closed up and stuff as well.
Okay.
Well, then we shall spend the night here.
Okay. Let me look at something here quick. Okay. Yes, here we go. Okay. So, I need. Actually, I'm just gonna roll it. Okay. As you guys kind of settle in for the night, the thought of all those guys who are eyeing you guys up for your supplies and your money bag and things like that kind of creeps back into your head, and kind of this uneasiness sets in. Maybe some sense of excitement for Zudak, the thought of a potential break-in. You guys all rest your heads for the evening on fairly uncomfortable beds, but they do the job. And morning rolls around, you don't have any issues with any break-ins throughout the night, and you guys get a long rest, so feel free to mark that.
Nice.
Okay. Who? I am going to go ahead and drop Vera on the map just to kind of represent to you guys where you're at. So you guys would know, now that morning has kind of come around, you guys walk out, and Nalisker is like, all right.
Before we-
Oh. Go for it.
I was gonna. I don't know if you were gonna say that we left the town or just left for sleeping, but I wanted to shop for supplies before we left.
Me too.
Sure. Let me. He looks to you guys and he's like, "Well, I've got the mule ready for you out front as promised. It's loaded up with just some basic rations and a few water skins for you to kind of help you get from here to there. But otherwise, if you guys need supplies on the way out, you would have passed through the market stalls on the way in. Feel free to stop there for more wares."
Thank you.
He nods and he's like, "Good luck to you guys, and I mean it when I say this, keep a sharp eye on the horizon at all times."
Got it.
Which horizon?
The horizon. Okay, so you guys go down to the market stalls. I guess, what are you guys looking for? You can see it's kind of slim pickings here. It's everything that you see here looks like it was clearly stolen off of somebody. Some of this equipment has like initials in it. You got clothing that seems to have been sewn by like a mother, and it's just, you know, kind of whatever they could find along the way or loot.
I'm just looking for like basic cloth or gloves.
Cloth or gloves.
Yeah.
Sure. I would say you can easily find that. And the merchant kind of looks to you and he's like, we got plenty of these lying around. They'll just be 3 copper pieces.
Then she very happily buys. Is it either or?
It's 3 for both.
She's gonna buy a set of gloves and a piece of cloth.
Okay. To mark down.
I would
3.
like to look.
You said that was 6 copper total? 3 copper?
Yep.
I'd like to look for some javelins.
Javelins. Okay.
I need a ranged weapon.
Yeah. Let's see. Essentially, how I'm handling this is if you're in an area of limited supply, I have like a random loot / shop generator that I made. I'm going to hit the randomizer a certain number of times, and then whatever it shows, like that's kind of what's available to you guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looking through the wares, the only things you can find is a short sword, some darts, a great club, a maul, a trident, and a quarterstaff.
A dart, like something you just throw?
Yeah. It's
That's
like
still
a.
better than my bow.
It's kind of like a small ranged weapon.
Yeah, it's got no more range than my spells have, so.
Okay.
Alright.
And that would be the same weapons that would be available to everyone else if those are of interest. So.
Okay. None for me.
You didn't say arrows or like a bow and arrow at all, right?
Correct.
How much for
Unfortunately,
the how much for the darts?
for the darts, you're looking at. They got 2 of them available, and it would be 1 silver piece total for both of them.
I'll take them.
Okay. He hands you the darts.
And I hand them to 1 silver. Is there by chance any wood carver's tools?
Wood carver's tools. Let's see. There are not. There's painter supplies, brewer supplies, glass blower tools, and that's it.
Boring.
Before we go out of town, Lee wants to try and get Vera pulled to the side.
Okay.
And one last thing I wanted to look
What is that?
at. Is there by chance a passing through merchant that might have a magic item?
I'm gonna roll d20. On a 15 or higher, there is one. You son of a bitch. That was an 18. You guys have
Take a
someone
good
selling magic items available to you.
Take his good rolls.
Awesome. Well, after needing a 5 or higher before, I think this makes up for it.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad for you guys on that one. Give me 1 second here.
See, I know how much this one costs. Looked it up last time.
What did you ask for?
It's an uncommon.
Oh,
I
uncommon.
feel like this is the... yeah.
Uncommon is
So-
400 gold. You know that for a fact.
Yep.
He's borrowing from Lily.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's see. We got
I feel like this is the perfect place to get this to. Dirty, dingy area, getting a tattoo.
Oh, you're looking for one of those?
Ooh.
Yeah, an Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Yeah. Okay. Give me just 1 second here.
Make him roll a medicine check.
The
See
aesthetic.
how that needle is.
How
Yeah.
infected is it?
And say if anywhere to get this, basically a brawler's magic tattoo, this feels like the place to get it.
Okay. So, just as a reminder, how I handle whether or not a magic item is available, it depends on its rarity. So for an uncommon item, I have to roll a 10 or higher for this guy. You are good. Jason, I should use this dice more often, buddy.
Use it for ours, for our rolls.
For when it helps. 16,
when it
so
benefits us.
he does have some tattoo supplies available, and he just happens to be skilled enough to do this.
Oh, Reijard is now poor.
He gladly takes the 400
Where
gold,
he is. That.
and he kind of
To
turns to
Lily.
you, and he's like, "What design do you want?"
I didn't think that through, but off of initial idea is kind of like the tribal lines, but on the fist.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and you feel the needle start piercing under your fists, and just that thin skin, and the pain just kind of starts to reach you, and some blood kind of trails off, because you can tell he's almost using this method that a lot of like African tribes will use, where they'll like scar your tissue to kind of make it raise a little bit. as he's applying the ink. So what tattoo is that? Like, what is that magic item? What'd you get?
The Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Okay.
It is like, I have to look up exactly what it was, but it is, I think, probably the best magic item for monk.
Okay. Well, if you gotta look it up, we can chat about it later. Just keep things moving. But did anyone else have like a magic item they were looking for? It would
I'm
be
too poor for
400
that.
gold. Okay.
Don't look to me. I can't loan you any money.
I'm not looking for a magic item, but I wanted to see if he has a shield or buckler that I could wield with my pistol.
Or a buckler. What is that?
It's like a small shield.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It's like a mini shield.
Sure.
It's an automaton that buckles your pants for you.
Right. You can see that all he has on him is leather, studded leather, and that's it. Fortunately, no shields.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah. You guys.
Reminder, I want to get the outside.
Oh yes. You guys just stepped away from the market stalls, and you're gonna have an opportunity to pull her side.
In
So-
Gnomish, I'm going to look down at you and I'm going to say, hey, what's up?
Duh. Lily has not a fucking clue what you just said.
Oh, I thought you were a gnome.
Oh, she is.
Oh, do you not speak Gnomish? Good
No.
to know. Okay, as you look at her confused, she's like, I'm just thinking internally, I'm like, I must be using the wrong dialect. So then I just go back to common. Hey, what's up?
You mean good to gnome?
Basically, Lily makes sure literally no one's around us, and she grabs your hand really fast and wraps the cloth around your hand. The one with the tattoo.
Did I see? Like, I know, like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw, like, the mark, right?
Yeah.
On
Okay.
the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Lily saw it when you got the fairies because she examined it with you.
Yep. Yeah.
And Lily knows these people do not like that tattoo, so she's just wrapping it really fast and be like, I don't think you should show this. And then she puts the gloves in your backpack just in case your cloth breaks.
Okay, well, I can just tell you that Vera is gonna be like, thank you so much, and then she's gonna pretend like it doesn't really that she's thankful, but she's strong. And then as soon as you kind of walk away, she's gonna be like, because she's never been given anything like that before.
Aww.
Yeah,
She's just so
I know, literally. Oh, that's so sweet.
where's my pixie?
You...
Obviously, Lily loves her and she wants to take care of her like they're other friends. Okay,
That's
yeah.
honestly freaking adorable. I love that. Okay.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay.
yeah, you guys leave. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Why am I struggling?
Because you're you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And Karjo takes 1,000 bludgeoning points of damage as a semi comes out of nowhere.
Trains.
Thomas Train!
I'm sorry, but this is D&D semis.
A portal to Earth
I've-
opens up, and just 2 portals open up.
If-
Truck comes flying past, goes into the other portal, and they just disappear.
Actually, that statistically is impossible, sir.
Gosh.
If I
Gotta
have to
smite
use
both of
a
you.
mule to take my cart places, no, semis don't exist. Sorry, sir.
This is mine and Jason's backup characters, and these guys and I. This is the weirdest
God.
news ever.
Gosh. Okay.
Oh, we gotta die together so they can just be a pair,
Yes.
off the top.
We're brothers. Hello.
Gosh.
I'm the
favorite
older
character.
brother.
I'm
they're
the younger
twins.
brother.
They're twin brothers who look nothing alike.
Redonkulous. Okay, so to start off this day, I'm gonna randomly generate some weather here, people. You're looking
randomly
at
generating this booty.
normal temperatures, so pretty just moderate temperatures with a light breeze floating across the grasslands and a clear sky. Just a nice, beautiful day out with just a light enough breeze to kind of keep you cool as you mosey on.
Hell yeah.
I need. So there's a couple things you guys can do when you're traveling. You know, you guys can forage for more food. You guys can draw a map to help you not get lost. Although you are on a road, so I mean, as long as you don't go off the road, you'll know exactly where you're heading. And then, yeah, or like training and stuff too. You know, you could do along the way if you guys stop for a little bit. But you guys can either travel at a slow pace, which would allow you to move 2 hexes per day. You can go at a normal pace, which allows you to move 3 hexes, or a fast pace, which allows you to move at 4 hexes.
What are the downsides for going faster?
Yeah, let me. I was just pulling that open here. Essentially, if the downsides to going faster is you automatically fail any stealth checks you want to do. So that is one thing. You do, I believe you also suffer a -5 to passive perception, because you guys are just kind of hurrying through the environment, not really paying as much attention.
Is that just for the fast travel, or is that also for normal speed?
That's just for your fast pace. If you travel at normal speed, there's no like punishment for your travel speed.
And then slow speed just allows us to like look for stuff.
Yep, slow speed. So when you travel at normal pace, I believe you have disadvantage on stealth checks, but you are allowed to do them, and your passive is not affected. If you go at a slow pace, you do not have disadvantage to stealth, and you get a +5 to your passive.
Do we want to move to normal since we gotta get booking to find these dudes?
I would say normal
I'd
because
be very opposed to going fast.
Yeah, I think normal would be okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Worst
Can
case
I
scenario,
roll-
we just use Budak.
can I do a perception check to see if those guys that were checking us out yesterday for our gold are still around?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna aid him, if I may.
That's a dirty 20.
Well, go ahead and roll twice. Just see if you get a nat 20.
That's a 2.
2.
Well, 2 on the dice. That's 5 total.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh boy. Good call, Carjo.
I gotta get used to how they freaking organize all these information in the new books. I used to know exactly where they were in old books, but
Maybe you'd be on top of your stuff there, DM.
maybe you're not invited to next session. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe if you wouldn't have hit me with the fucking semi.
Well,
Just saying.
that guy dropped a bag of chips and he was reaching down and he couldn't see where he was going and he actually went through a portal.
I drilled through another portal.
Get out of
here!
I don't know
These
what I
damn
hit.
Cheetos.
I think it was a cat. Yeah.
Probably some feral cat wandering around.
So I need.
If I took 1,000 points of damage, that's like I didn't even feel it. There was no like.
You're
there was
obliterated.
No nothing.
You're just
Yeah,
instantly
million
dead.
like vaporized. Yeah.
Nah, dude, you'd be
Instant
fine.
miss.
You're just knocked down.
You'd be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
You
gets
got,
rid of
you
like
got,
8
you
of
got
my
it.
9 lives.
As long as you survive,
Yeah.
you know, some saving throws, you're good. You're fine, man.
I'd like to fly the puddle that is now Carjo.
That's hilarious. Okay, so yes, you guys go on normal pace. I am gonna go ahead and roll something.
Ooh.
Okay. You guys,
Jason.
make it through the first part of your morning just fine. Not really any issues. The weather still stays pretty good for you guys, and you kind of move on to the afternoon.
Is this getting to the answer of my roll?
Yeah, like you didn't see anything.
Okay.
You're looking.
Okay.
It's kind of like rolling grasslands all around you, other than this pretty defined road that you're following.
No, we were still in the area, and I was asking if I could see those guys
prior to setting foot on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I didn't know that we had left yet.
No,
I
that's
thought
okay.
We were still discussing on how we were going to travel.
You did not see anyone follow you out, and you feel pretty confident that you didn't miss anything. So.
Okay. Hey, Chad. All day, every day, I'm looking for opportunities to do some target practice.
Yeah, on live things, I assume.
Yes. I want moving targets.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Whenever he's looking for moving targets, Karja's gonna move real slow.
Ooh. You do manage to find, you manage to find kind of like an female antelope, which I don't know if that'd still be considered doe, but whatever. You manage to see one of those walking along, and she has like a young fawn walking with her.
Got it.
It's just kind of probably maybe like 500 feet away from you, just chewing on the grass.
500 feet.
So you could creep your way over to it.
Yeah, I plan to. I'm just debating if I. Yeah, I'd probably tell somebody that. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
You'd think I have the flag. Yeah, so let's see who's.
Would be right next to you.
Zudak would.
Yes.
So then, I'm gonna look at Zudak. So I noticed the antelope out there, and I looked to Zudak and I said, "I'll be right back. Don't wait for me."
I never would.
And then I.
We're waiting to say that.
And then I start stalking these antelope.
Yeah, absolutely. So give me. You're going with Zudak? I need both of you to make some stealth. You are or you aren't, Zudak?
Because he didn't really invite me, so I'm not going to go. I want to let him do his thing.
Alright, I need 2 successful stealth checks. 2 out of 3 successful stealth checks from you.
Let's go,
in order
dude.
to sneak up on this thing. I need 10s or higher.
Nice.
And you are creeping through tall grass, so if you roll lower than a 10, oh, you already got 2 out of the 3. So, okay.
Yeah.
Essentially, you guys are in the grassland biome, and I got some mechanics I kind of homebrewed up for that. So whenever there's tall grass and you're not on the main road, you get a plus 1d4 bonus to your stealth as you like slink down into the grass. Okay, you managed to sneak up on this thing, and it is completely oblivious to your approach. How do you handle this?
So, Revenant knows immediately that he's gonna go for the bigger one. And so as he's crouched down into the tall grass, slowly, like working his way closer and closer to these, he would have already had his gun reloaded so that he doesn't have to reload or anything. And so his tactic is going to be to very slowly, like, get his head right to the top of the grass, and then in one fluid motion, he's going to pop up and take a shot.
Hell yeah, roll that attack roll.
Oh shit, that was a d20.
Just a
let's
normal
do this.
D20.
Yeah. There we go. Dampen.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to land the shot straight through the heart, and you see the antelope kind of buck wildly. The fawn like jolts and freaks out, watching its mother, not understanding what's happening, and you see the antelope kind of just try to sprint off, but it gets maybe 15 feet and then falls dead. And you see the fawn just like freaking out, like going up to the mother's body and like sniffing it and like running back and forth, trying to figure out like what to do.
Without any consideration or hesitation, that familiar silver mist floats over into the gun, and Revenant just stands up tall, turns around, and walks away, and starts walking back towards the group.
Revenant is not a considerate hunter.
Didn't even.
You would see
Take
him.
the
You guys would
knee.
have heard the shot, guaranteed.
Yeah,
And you would see him come back with nothing.
Pyrite is gonna kind of give him a weird look and ask, like, didn't get any game for rations?
I have all the rations I need.
That sounds like
Oh.
a
What a
roundabout
badass.
way of saying I missed.
So did you kill
Kinda just-
something?
Yeah, there's an antelope over there. If you have need of anything in it, you're welcome to it. I already got what I need.
You're
Carjo's
just
gonna
gonna
head that
leave?
way.
A dead antelope to go to waste?
Go to waste? No, there's no waste. I already took the most valuable part of it.
Oh, and he is a badass. Oh, fuck yeah! Oh.
Pyrite just gives it like a head shake of confusion and just follows Carjo.
Grab the tail.
Sir?
Every good hunter must take a prize from their kills.
It sounds like he
Oh.
did.
I have my prize.
I like tangible things.
I guess I have a more refined palate.
So cool.
You're lucky I don't know what that word means.
Even though he knows what
Fine.
If I
tangible
could
means.
read.
Um,
Yeah, those who are going to butcher the antelope, whoever's doing it, I want you to roll me a d6.
Do it.
D6.
so just during this, like this time, is like persuasion something I could work on?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
like there
I-
need to be someone you could like talk to or like practice talking to. But I would say yeah, there would be something you could practice.
Okay.
Okay, so a 5. I need you to roll 44, and that's how many rations you got out of it.
Ooh. Is the baby still around at all?
It scurried off pretty much the moment that Revenant revealed himself, and the hellish
Okay.
red of his eyes just kind of looked at it.
I only got 7
Only 7. That's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
out of 4d4.
I mean, fair. It's about average.
Can I grab the? Can I attempt to take the tail too for Zudak?
Yes, you can. You can easily just slice the tail right off.
Sweet.
Blood kind of covering your hands as you bring this blood-soaked tail back over to Zudak.
I'm gonna flap it at him as I appear out of the grass, out of the long grass.
One with boomstick. Here is your prize.
Does Revenant accept?
Oh, I misunderstood. Sorry. What were you offering me?
The deer, the doe's tail.
Revenant considers for a moment, and then he reaches out his hand, like this. Very well.
You
And
what were you saying, Cargo?
I'd hand out 1 ration to everybody since I got 7.
Grazie.
Perfect.
Yahtzee.
And then Lily, I need you. What's your abilities score modifier for charisma?
0.
0. So you're gonna start with a d20. And you can learn a number of skills, you can learn a number of proficiencies. So that could be in a language, a tool, a vehicle, a weapon, so on and so forth. A minimum of 1, or double your. Is it double the modifier? I'll have to look. But everyone can learn a minimum of 1 through training. Otherwise, they can learn more if their modifier, if your intelligence modifier is higher. So you got an 18.
I think it's 1 plus the amount of 1 plus your modifier is the amount of skills you can learn.
That makes sense.
Tools, languages, that stuff.
Yep.
Like in Wisdom, I could learn 1. In Wisdom, no, what? Sorry, I misunderstood.
2 total.
2 total.
Yeah.
It's equal to your intelligence modifier plus 1.
Yep.
And I can't learn any skills.
Okay.
Wait, you said minimum.
You
of
can
1,
always
right?
learn 1.
Okay.
Minimum of 1.
I'm just dumb. My brain doesn't have the capacity, clearly.
But you look cool.
Yeah, I mean, you went to go speak in Gnomish to a gnome. Like, how dumb do you have to be for that?
Okay. Yeah, you guys kind of return to the cart, and Lily is just. Would you say she's on Reijard's shoulder with Reijard?
Probably
Like-
trying to persuade him of something.
She's just babbling away, blah 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 blah, and Reijard is just like, oh boy. Not
Oh,
this
and she
again.
starts speaking in this language that nobody can understand.
You hear
And that's why she's feeling.
I would say Vera, you hear bits and pieces of what sounds like should be Gnomish intellect or dialect, but it is just gibberish beyond that.
Okay. And again, Vera's just gonna really question her intelligence. Did I just learn a weird dialect from the people I grew up with?
Does Reijard understand her babbles, or is it completely Lily's just own language nobody understands?
Bits and pieces, but for the most part, she thinks she's speaking Gnomish, and Reijard didn't have the heart to tell her she doesn't.
Reijard Gnomish. Ish.
He's picked up on a few words over the years, but that's about it.
You're doing what I do when I speak Spanish. Just try to say words that sound like they should be Spanish.
Exactly.
Got it.
Sounds about right. Alright. Yeah, you guys kind of regroup at the cart. It is now going into the evening hours of the day. And it goes by without a breeze. You guys set up camp for your first night out in the grasslands. You are officially venturing off into the Desarn Valley, eagerly awaiting your approach to Red Lark, with the anticipation of promised information and a lot of lingering questions. Why is Carjo's son's name on a list of so-called initiates? Is his son even alive? Did you guys kill him in the fight? What is going? What was that?
Is the kid's mom truly a bitch?
Yeah. I will leave that
Or
up
is
for
Jay-
your guys' interpretation. And just kind of all these really strange things are going on throughout this entire valley. Like, what happened to the missing delegation? You know, I believe they said they were leaving from Mirabar They got to Belliard, and then they were heading through the Somber Hills to make their way to the Golden Fields and just never arrived. What dangers await you all in the coming days? And we'll end the session there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's no reason you guys need to, but it would count for a long rest if that gets you anything back. So. Okay.
Yay!
Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We will be here next week, July 21st at 6:30 p.m. once again, and we look forward to seeing you all there.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.